I don't know if I'm in focus or not.
Hello everyone, it's Jamie. Today I'm going to be starting a series that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I got some feedback on Twitter. Shameless plug, if you're not following me on Twitter, go do it right now. It's at the PJams. I put it out there that I wanted to start a Storytime series, and I asked what you guys would think, and a lot of you said that you would really enjoy it. So I'm going to start doing Storytime videos every now and again, probably not that often because sadly my life isn't that interesting. I have just moved into my new dorm for sophomore year. It's really nice. I haven't finished decorating it yet, but once I have, I promise I will do a room tour because I love watching room tours and I feel like they're really good for decorating inspiration. But this dorm is very big and very echoey, so I apologize in advance if you hear some stuff going on. I know the AC is on, so that's probably going to be another level of background noise, but you can hear a lot of stuff in the hallway, and if my roommates decide to come and use the bathroom, or if they decide to come into my room because they love me, that's going to be a problem. So today I'm going to be telling a story that I feel like maybe you guys can relate to it. So I know by the title you're probably thinking, what the heck? So basically how this story starts is that when I was, I think, in 8th or 7th grade, I was really young. When I first started using the internet, I really enjoyed watching the Bridge series, and I'm sure you guys all like doing that too. I know that I still watch some to this day. I basically expressed an interest that I wanted to be in a Bridge series. Like first I wanted to voice in them, but then that really didn't work out for me. And then I really found a passion in script writing, if you could call it that. My scripts were like really lame. I met this girl through other projects that I was working on when I used to do like Sims 2 videos, if you guys remember that. Like people would like make videos with their Sims characters and like make them into music videos and like their own scripted series and stuff like that. Her name was Mallory, and we worked together to make a Vampire Knight, a Bridge series. I wrote the script and she would sometimes throw ideas at me, and then we would take turns editing them. And we were really excited about this project. There's still one trailer of one of our episodes on YouTube still to this day. I'll leave it in the down bar in case you guys are interested, because it's like, I thought it was really funny at the time, but watching back, it's like, oh my god, I can't believe I was like thinking this was funny. We were having a casting call for our characters, and this really sweet girl expressed interest in voicing characters with us. She was messaging us off and on, like back when people used to have really long discussions on their YouTube channels, and like when you could send messages through YouTube. I'm sure you can still do it today, but I know that people don't do it as often as they did back then. So we were getting these messages from this really sweet girl, and like her microphone sucked, and she had a really cute voice, but we had already picked the main voice of Yuki, who is the main character. So we really wanted to give her a role because she was really excited to be voice acting for the first time. So we decided that we would give her a minor role and just kind of ignore the fact that her mic sucked, because she was actually pretty good at voice acting. And her name was Mandy. As you know, Mandy is my best friend now. I just finished living with her for the summer. We've known each other for about 6 years now. So after the project began, we were messaging on Skype a lot, me, Mallory, and Mandy. And we would have Skype calls all the time, and we would have Skype calls with our other like cast members. And Mandy and I and Mallory, we basically all became really close friends. Like we were messaging each other on Skype every day, having like very late night Skype calls. And my mother was really protective of me when I first started using the internet. She told me that I wasn't allowed to tell people who I was or where I lived and everything like that, because you know, like obviously the internet can be a dangerous place from time to time, and she didn't want me getting into any danger with any creepy people and like learning things about me and this, that, and the other thing. So I basically told Mallory and Mandy that I was like, I think I said I was 17 or 18 at the time. I was probably like 12 or 13, and that my name was Lauren Pierce. And I chose the name Lauren because Lauren is like my dream name, and when I told my mom that, she actually said that she was thinking about naming me Lauren, but she named me Jamie instead. And like I don't think I've told my channel this before, but I really don't like my name. So I was really excited to go by the name Lauren, and I told them that I lived in Oregon, and I actually live in Washington, but now you all know that I go to school in Connecticut. So I told them that I was a different age and I had a different name and I lived somewhere else. But when we started sending pictures of one another to each other, I would still send them pictures of like my 13-year-old self. So I really don't know how they believed me, because I'll insert some photos here of what I looked like when I was 13. I definitely did not look like a 17 or 18-year-old. So anyway, this went on for about a year. I was going as Lauren Pierce. Eventually, like, I was getting very close with Mallory and Mandy, and I felt really bad that I was like lying to them, because like I was thinking about in the future, like, well, what if we ever meet, and what if I ever want to like spend time with them and things like that, and what if they find out on their own, because like as I was getting older, I was starting more social media like Facebook, where I was using my real name. I asked my mom, I remember this really vividly, I was in the car with my mom on the way home, probably from school or something, and I was like asking her, I was like, is it okay if I tell these people who I actually am, because I don't like lying to them and it makes me feel like not a good friend? And she said yes, and I remember I told them, and they were both very understanding, and it was a really awkward experience, because I was very afraid that they weren't gonna want to be my friend anymore, but thankfully they were really understanding. But it was kind of a hard transition, because they were the only two people I told out of all of our like cast member friends who I was like semi-close with. So for a long time they were confused, because like no one knew what to call me. Mallory and Mandy were the only people who knew my actual name was Jamie. So eventually everyone found out, and everyone was really understanding, which was really good, because like, granted, I was just young and I was just trying to be safe and listen to my mom. But the interesting part about this story is that Mandy still calls me Lauren to this day, because it just kind of stuck. Like, she was talking about me to her family all the time. And like now when I'm with her family in person, they all call me Lauren, and I actually think it's really sweet. It's kind of like a breath of fresh air for me, because I don't know, I just like, I love my name, don't get me wrong. I actually love that my name is kind of like masculine and feminine. I think that's pretty cool. But it's nice to like hear, it's kind of like, you know, like a nickname. Like, I don't really have nicknames, so it's nice to kind of have one when I go over and visit Mandy. But it really confuses all of my friends in real life, and it's kind of become a really awkward thing for Mandy, because now with all of our new cosplay friends, of course I introduce myself as Jamie, because like now that I'm older, I can be as honest and open as I want over like the internet and when I meet new people. So I always introduce myself as Jamie, and she still calls me Lauren, and so when she has to refer to me when I'm not there, it's like really awkward when she calls me Jamie. And whenever she is mad at me, she'll call me Jamie, and like she never says it, so when she says it to me, it physically makes me cringe. One time I almost cried because she was so mad at me and she like screamed my name, and it just doesn't sound right. Obviously you guys still know that me and Mandy are super close, so everything worked out with her. As for Mallory, I still talk to her from time to time. She's really sweet, she's really busy like with her career and everything like that. So moral of the story is, if your friends really love you, they will forgive you for catfishing them. But if you can avoid catfishing, please do it, because it'll put you in a very awkward situation later in life if you want to keep in contact with these people. So I hope this story was interesting for you guys. Leave me a comment if you enjoyed it, and if you do, I'll do my best to make more story times in the future, and definitely look out for the room tour once I finish decorating, because I'm so excited to show you how beautiful this new dorm is. Alright everyone, I'll talk to you soon. Bye!